and I'm down to nicotine now of 3, as your other caller was, and I disagree with e-cigarettes being on for the NHS.
Right.
Yep.
So you've stopped the cigarettes completely?
I had, yeah, February last year.
And could you have done that without an e-cigarette?
No, I couldn't, because I went on the patches for 3 times. I went on the chewing gum, no joy. So, and my wife smokes, and I sit next to my wife while I'm smoking. She doesn't smoke that heavy now, but it doesn't affect me.
Really? And so,
Yeah.
but you think it's wrong for the NHS to pay?
I think it's wrong, because you said £20 for the kit. You can buy a kit, an e-cigarette kit in the e-cig local shop for £12, and the little bottles of juice, the different flavours, for £2.50 a bottle.
Yeah.
So it works out.
And it is much cheaper than smoking, and that's the thing, isn't it? So I'm with you as well. I can't see the point in the NHS giving them out.
It seems like, to me, it seems like insurers are helping their mates. That's what I think.
Yeah, well,
money makers.
yeah, you're not the first person to have suggested that, David, and you won't be the last. Patricia, thanks for your call. Patricia is in Bishop Stortford. Hello, Patricia.
Hello, Petrie. Listen, I'm phoning because of 2 people in the family, which worry me because I've never been a smoker, but I've had the effects of people smoking near me. I'm asthmatic, but actually they seem to get addicted to these new e-cigarettes as well, because the 2 of them that I know in the family are living in different places, but they, over a year, they came off the cigarettes and went on to these things, and they just have them in their mouth, and they have the different flavours, and they seem to be addicted to it. So if it helps,
would you rather, Patricia, would you rather they have the e-cigarette or the tobacco?
No, well, I think if their National Health helped them, I think if they really took it seriously, 3 months they could come off it and not have to have this thing in their mouth all the time and getting a new habit. That's what I feel it is. It's so worrying. I mean, I lost 2 stone 2 years ago because I knew I had to lose some weight. And it does come to this sort of thing of, I went to Slimming World because I couldn't do it on my own. And I achieved it. But I know it's not easy for people. But I do hope that people would do this. And if the National Health did it, I don't think it should be more than 3 months because the cost would be terrible.
Yeah, no, you're right. Maybe it should only be for a couple of months. That's a good point, actually, Patricia. It's very well put. I hadn't thought of that. That if they did it in the short term, then people, if they then chose they liked e-cigarettes as opposed to cigarettes, they could then pay for their own. It's a very good point, Patricia. Thank you very much indeed. Simon is in Lark Hill. I think the last call to you, I think, Simon. Hello.
Hello there, yeah, it's Lark Hall actually, but never mind.
Oh, Lark Hall. Sorry, it's my fault. I just
okay,
that wasn't really properly.
Well, basically, a gentleman earlier on said that you're swapping one addiction for another. Now, I take offence to that. I started smoking when I was in Afghanistan with the army, and because of cigarettes, I nearly lost my career in the army. I took voluntary redundancy because of smoking. I came up to Scotland, switched onto a vaping device, and on that day, I gave up cigarettes. I've been nearly 7 months now without cigarettes. I don't think the NHS should be selling them, purely because the ones I'm prescribing are from tobacco companies. They're substandard quality devices. I personally would rather the NHS said to people, go to a recognised shop, get a starter kit, the same price. They're actually cheaper to run. £10 a day the NHS is saying. That's
£10 a week.
£10 a week, yeah. That's still a little bit on the steep side.
But they've approved these EVO from British American tobacco. I have had a lot of people telling me that they're not, they wouldn't be their choice. Yeah.
They're from a tobacco company.
Yeah.
You know,
well, I mean, that's because they're
desperate attempt.
Yeah, it so is. Because they're losing millions of smokers to e-cigarettes, so they want to have both ends of the market. Simon there saying, I don't believe the NHS should pay, but he is somebody who vapes and it stopped him smoking. The minute he started vaping, although 7 months on, clearly, he's still into the vape up. So that's a story that will run around. Anyway, it's up as of tomorrow. But first, we're going to be talking, we're going to be talking about cyclists and whether they should be forced to carry ID so we can find them.
On FM, online, on your mobile, and on digital radio. Leading Britain's conversation. This is LBC.
From Global's newsroom at 2 o'clock, a government minister is defending the UK's close relationship with Saudi Arabia following the execution of 47 prisoners there. They included Nimr al-Nimr, a prominent Shia cleric. Despite Iran's supreme leader saying Saudi Arabia faces divine retribution, Financial Secretary to the Treasury David Gauke says the UK and the Middle Eastern country have an important relationship. But speaking on LBC, UKIP leader Nigel Farage said the UK must reconsider its relationship with Saudi Arabia.
We've got to think a lot more about Saudi Arabia and the role they're playing. It's very interesting, isn't it? The Saudis have refused to take a single migrant straight refugee from Syria of their society, and yet they are funding the building of 200...
For cyclists, as long as they're not breaking the rules, and if the numbers had stayed static. But actually, the numbers of prosecutions and the numbers of the police have been able to do have gone up 5-fold in a couple of years. So the more you let cyclists get away with it, which they do get away with, the more they behave. It isn't human nature, isn't it? They can get away with stuff. I don't mind them going through a red light if it's for their safety, if there's special, if it's a left turn or something, whatever is safe for them. But I do mind it if they're just being arrogant and rude and putting other people, car drivers, at risk of hitting them and then blaming the car driver.
Well, of course, it's an interesting point you make, because last year there were 2 inquests, and unfortunately in my job I've covered the majority of cyclists have been killed in London in road traffic collisions as a photographer, and there were 2 very interesting inquests last year. One cyclist who died was proved to have gone through a red traffic light, and one was twice over the big drive limit. And it's interesting that we're not actually seeing now right along with headphones in their ears, so they can't hear the traffic, so, or sirens, and some of the mobile phones. So, if they want the same protection, if they want the same level of comfort that car drivers are supposed to enjoy, then they must completely. Because at the moment, they are not. And something else, of course, if you get hit by a cyclist or an accident involved, you're going to sue, because if they have insurance, they should also be made to have third-party insurance at the very minimum to protect other people from their own misdoings. And of course, if I hit a cyclist, they can claim against my insurance.
Yeah, no,
or the other way around, who do I claim against?
absolutely. And maybe we have now reached a point where it's time to officialise cycling, and it wouldn't be so much of a big deal. They would go, well, I went cycling, and I'm saving the environment, I'm saving commuters being squished on trains, I'm saving the world, is what they think they're doing. But, in some arguments, they are helping the environment, they are helping reduce the number of people squishing onto buses and trains. But they also, that is not rewarding themselves. They need to be accountable for their actions on the road, just the same as everybody else. And Nigel just told you. This guy from Steve in Essex, who said, yes, cycling should carry ID. I spent £28,000 on a car. A cyclist was filtering, cycling very fast between 2 roads of traffic, putting a scratch down the whole length of my car. Now, he fell off, looked at me, and simply rode off. It should be identifiable and killed. 0345 6060 973. Join in the conversation. Give me a call. This is LBC. It's 2:15.
From the LBC Travel Centre, I'm Tom Watts in Kent. The London-bound M2 is blocked because of an accident between Junction 3 for Chatham and Junction 2 for Strood and Rochester. In Surrey, the London-bound M3, that's got a lane closed because of a breakdown just before Junction 2 for the M25 going through the roadworks. In Wiltshire, the westbound M4, that's got a lane closed and slow because of some flooding between Junction 16 for Swindon West and Junction 17 for Chippenham. Newport on the westbound M4, the exit slip roads partially blocked at Tredegar Park, Junction 28. A double-decker bus has broken down and some queues going back onto the main motorway. In Nottinghamshire, the M1 northbound, that's slow where there's a lane blocked because of an accident near Junction 27 for Hucknall. The turn for under the Matrix side there set to 40 miles an hour. Keeping you moving, your next updates in half an hour.
This is LBC.
The multi-York sale is on now at all our stores and at multiyork.co.uk. So choose from multi-styles of sofa. There's over 50 designs. Choose multi-fabrics. We'll help you find your favourite. And then get something extra. Multi-savings. Up to 40% off. Plus an extra 10% off everything until the 6th of January. Perfect. Find the handmade sofa you've always wanted in the multi-York sale. It's on now.
Running your own business, wasting hours at evenings and weekends sorting out invoices and paperwork. With Invoice to Go, you can send invoices in under 2 minutes. On your phone, tablet or computer, you can invoice customers on the spot before you even leave the job site. Piece of cake. Try Invoice to Go today and get a free 14-day trial. And get an annual plan for half price from £98 for the first year by quoting code LONDON. Find us in the App Store or at invoicetogo.com today. Invoice limits apply. Whatever you're looking for, call 118434. Calls cost £3.99 plus £1.39 per minute in addition to your network's access charge.
Look inside yourself. What do you see?
Unmissable offers, expert care.
What does that mean?
Nissan's January used car event is here.
Marvellous. You're now at one with Nissan cared for.
The January used car event from the 28th of December to the 17th of January. Get a £500 deposit contribution plus 2 years servicing on selected nearly new vehicles when you buy with Nissan Finance. 9.9% APR representative. Google Nissan cared for to find your nearest dealer. 9.9% APR representative subject to status and over 18s. T's and C's apply. See nissanusedcars.co.uk. Deeper understanding leads to greater peace of mind.
Inner peace. What are you up to there, Bo? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm trying to harness my inner peace before attempting the most non-awesome task a Kung Fu Panda has ever had to face. Switching broadband.
You know, you don't need to levitate over the Lake of Tranquility to take the stress out of switching.
Wait, I don't?
Oh, the dedicated Sky Switch Squad takes the pandemonium out of switching broadband, so you can just relax.
Awesome.
Sky, they're even better. New Sky broadband and talk customers only. Sky network areas, check your speed at sky.com. Further terms apply.
As a professional voiceover artist, cold and flu can really with my schedule. Indeed, it's utterly to turn up to a recording when you feel this. Fortunately, this is an ad for Lemsip Max All-in-One. Its Max Strength formula starts to tackle those nasty cold and flu symptoms in just 5 minutes, so I can get on with my job. Lemsip Max All-in-One. Our best ever range. Contains paracetamol. Always read the label.
Petrie Hoskin. Weekends, midday till 3 on LBC.
And a very good afternoon to you. It is Petrie here with you for the next 40 minutes. Just a reminder, if you missed Nigel Farage on LBC this morning, he did his own radio show, 10 till 12. You can go to lbc.co.uk and download his podcast. It's well worth a listen. Right now we're talking about cycling and reckless riders taken to court in a purge on cyclists. One transport minister, Lord Ahmed of Wimbledon, has suggested that they should be